All this, of course, Nvidia is reporting earnings tomorrow. For what to expect, let's bring in Fast Money friend Gene Munster. He's a managing partner of DeepWater Asset Management. Gene, always great to see you.
Hello.
Hello. Wedbush is saying that they're looking for a $2 billion beat and a $2 billion raise. That's what the market's expecting. Do you think they deliver? Expectations are so
Melissa.
high.
Yeah, no, I think that they will deliver on that, in part because supplies improved meaningfully over the last month to 2 months. And so that really is the bogey, that kind of 1.8 to 2 billion beat for the quarter. I would mention that I think there's something bigger at play here, and just to kind of shortcut what to look for when these numbers come out. Guy just mentioned the gross margin number. That's important, but I think what's even more important is that we're going to see 2 press releases that come out. One, the earnings, and second, a letter from their CFO. In that letter, it will likely be some commentary about what is the demand, how far they're out with the supply-demand equilibrium related to Blackwell. And I suspect that they're going to say we're 4 quarters out, basically through all of 2020, calendar 25. They're going to be essentially sold out of Blackwell. If that language is in there, I think that that is going to be a reassuring comment for AI investors. If they maintain that it's just several quarters out, like she said in last quarter's letter, I think that's going to send kind of a shockwave. So that's probably the piece that I think investors are going to dig most into related to the Nvidia earnings.
Do you think they address DeepSeek?
Yes, I mean, it's going to come up, and I think that Tim had some comments about, like, these hyperscalers and what they're spending. They will reiterate that, and I think that I just want to emphasize a piece related to DeepSeek relative to what the hyperscalers said. Going into DeepSeek, just before it came out, the hyperscalers were expected to increase their CapEx spend by 20% in calendar 25. Now it's expected to be just above 40%. That's a meaningful move higher. And so I think that really is important. And I think the substance of that, and we may not see that in how Nvidia trades on Thursday morning, but I think the substance of this is that the AI hardware trade will last longer than most investors expect, and understand kind of the apprehension about the funk that the AI trade is right now. But if what these hyperscalers are saying is true, companies like Nvidia should have more upside throughout this year than investors are currently anticipating.
So, Gene, what's the other side of that, though? So I hear you, and I kind of agree with everything you just said, but DeepSeek introduced a level of at least uncertainty around what spend means, and who benefits from DeepSeek, and have you gotten bullish because of DeepSeek in other directions?
Yeah, I think that I'll say what consensus is that consensus is DeepSeek has been a positive for AI hardware. It's Nvidia stock hasn't reflected it. Market's not buying it, but that's what I think that's the substance of this. I think when it comes to the cost of AI inference, it's going to go through the floor. Sam Altman said after DeepSeek that they expect the cost of tokens to go down 10 to 12x per year for their second-tier model. I mean, that's basically through the floor. And I think the third piece to this, if those two happen, we get this hardware build out, we get the cost of compute or the cost of inference declining, I think you're going to see some just profound impacts. And so I'm still bullish on this market. I think that what we're seeing right now is a funk, and I think that we still got 2 great years left of this AI trade.
Gene, you've had a great call on this, the trajectory of the demand for this over the last couple of years. It doesn't seem like you're pulling back at all. What excites you? Like, we don't spend a lot of time talking about Apple Intelligence. I think we all agree to date it's not particularly exciting. Do you see an opportunity for an Apple if the cost of compute's coming down, the cost of inference, doesn't that make it that much more attractive for developers? And talk to us a little bit about what that could mean for Apple.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that, too, in terms of how the market reacted when DeepSeek came out. Apple tended to do pretty good because that piece of the cost of inference goes down. That should help. It should help the likelihood that developers come and build these AI applications. And so I think that Apple is a beneficiary today. I think their shareholder meeting was largely scripted. There wasn't much of anything that came out of substance beyond the fact that the company continues to believe in this opportunity. It's going to take longer. I think the cost of AI declining is going to be a positive for Apple. Probably 6 months out before I think we get a really compelling Apple Intelligence, but I think it is around the corner.